Hi guys, welcome to 2 Minute Tuesdays. I'm Jimmy Katsky.
I'm Jenna Katsky.
And we're the founders of J&J Creative Living. We're going to talk about a very nice, bold topic today, and that is sex. How about that? Today, with culture standards, sex is everywhere. It's on your phone right now that you're watching here. There's probably a Facebook icon that popped up something sexual. It's in advertising. It's in movies. It's in the way we talk with type of vulgarity talking.
And music.
Especially music. And people seem like, it's no big deal, but why is it so odd to talk about on how God designed it? Which, how God designed it is like the most miraculous thing you'll ever experience in life when you find your partner and your soulmate in doing that.
Exactly. God designed it to be very intimate and powerful and enjoyed in a marriage. In Genesis 2:18, the Lord said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make him a helper." So then he created a woman. And in Genesis 2:24, he said, "This is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh."
Yeah, and cultural society says sex is just physical. It's so much more and maybe powerful than that. If you treat it this way, you're taking a piece of your heart, you're just giving it out, and it's damaging to your own soul. And men are very visual, so that's very damaging, and women are very emotional, and we both get very damaged by it if we treat it that way, and that's not what God intended it for.
Yes, it causes like the deepest hurt imaginable. In 1 Corinthians 6:18, it says, "Flee from sexual immorality. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but sexual immoral person sins against his own body." So you're really just hurting yourself the most in this situation.
Absolutely. We want to share something with you on how these views can either help you or not help you in so much, and they're called soul ties. There's godly soul ties and how he wants you to, really enact with your spouse or your wife or your mate, and there's ungodly soul ties, and it's the ungodly ones that will damage your ability to, be intimate with your mate, and then you can go numb.
Exactly.
By experiencing
So I wanted to explain a little bit more about like what exactly a soul tie is. A soul tie is a strong bond that exercises control in a person's life, either consciously or subconsciously. It is an emotional yoke, a strong link between two or more people, and inseparable, a knitting together in the soul or the spirit. So a godly soul tie is designed to be with God, our mates, and righteousness. The Bible instructs us to cling to the Lord and remain true to Him with all our heart, to leave our families of origin and cling to our mate, and to hold fast to wisdom and good. And then an ungodly soul tie it arises from wrong motives or wrong loyalties. Inappropriate soul ties are out of order relationships and negate our ability to be loyal to godly soul ties.
For sure. And we're going to share another part of that. God commands believers not to let sin reign in us by obeying evil desires and using our bodies for unrighteousness. With each sexual union, including pornography, lust, flirtation, sexual fantasy, etc., a little piece of our being is given away and split off. Sin never stands still. With each sexual activity, we give away a piece of our hearts, which limits how much we have to give to someone else, especially if there's someone that you truly desire. With each subsequent episode, we can be less totally present in soul and spirit with the partner whom God chooses us to be with, unless we break these soul ties. Until those connections are broken, we can't be whole and give ourselves wholly to another. And they have a good example in here of take a picture of a heart, cut it out, like a red heart, and then think of every sexual activity you've done with someone else that wasn't to your mate and tear it off. And just imagine how much left is going to be of that heart when you're wanting to marry someone or be with someone that you truly want to be with for the rest of your life. It's not going to be much unless you put that heart back into its wholeness again.
Wow, that's so powerful. It's crazy how much we hurt ourselves in doing that. And so we wanted to share a little bit about our story and how soul ties has affected us. We both had some ungodly soul ties in our life as well. And so we actually wrote out like all of our past relationships, and we had a little campfire, and we like prayed for each other to like confess those things and really just get rid of them. They were just blocking and damaging for our marriage, and we wanted our marriage to be strong and godly soul ties. So we got rid of those and we burned them in the fire. And it was very emotional, but it just like made us so much stronger by doing it. And we have like some documents that have like the prayers you can pray over each other and kind of how to do that. If anyone's interested, we can share those with you too.
Absolutely. And so to end it off, you can determine how now the future of your story and how you want to tell it with, your sexual life. And giving up something now for something better later is not a sacrifice. It's an investment for your future. And so definitely with sex, that's something definitely look forward to, and it's definitely worth the wait. And just, giving it away for people that may down the road not, be part of your life anymore.
Well, we hope these tips have been helpful. And remember, love God.
Love each other.
Love your life.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.